Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is July 4th, 2021. Happy Independence Day to everyone there in the United States. This is episode 351. Today's comic, The Witcher. The arc is called Witch's Lament. It's number 2 of 4, coming out from Dark Horse, and it comes in at a whopping $3.99. Now, this is no longer a recommend. I don't know if I recommended the first or a wait and see on it, but I'm just really not immersed in the story, and the artwork is a big disappointment to me. I just don't think it's up to par for a title like this. Now, we'll go and do a comparison of the last arc, and maybe you can see what I mean on this. But let's take a quick look to see who worked on this. Okay, it's the same writer that's been doing the other ones, the other arcs. Bartosz Setspour. The art and standard cover is Vanessa R. Del Rey. The art layout is John Stark. The colors are by Jordi Belair. The editor is Aditya Bidikar. Okay, and let me compare that to the last group that we had here. Whoa, this was the last arc. And we had the art last time was Ahmed Mir. The colors were somebody different. And the letterer was somebody different as well. So just the writer was the same. Different team on this one. The first issue had to do with a witch being burned at the stake, and then the Witcher finding another witch, either a witch, I'm not sure if she's a witch or she's just somebody under the spell of a witch. It's not really made that clear. And so he has tracked her down to this, she's gotten away from him, and he's tracked her down to this, kind of like this tunnel tree or something. I'm not even quite sure. As you can see, this is the kind of artwork I'm dealing with on here, and things are not that clear. The story is a lot of introspective on the Witcher's part, which he's refusing to look inside himself. And you can see how just dark. I think I said the art in this was scratchy, not so much sketchy, but more scratchy than what I'm used to. And you can kind of just see that there's just not a lot of appeal to this. Not a lot of action. There is one brief fight scene. I think it's one sword swing, and that's pretty much it. So I didn't love this. It's hard to tell that, who's talking when there's a group of them together. Just who's who on this. So Galeen is the person that he has been kind of responsible for, and here's one of the other people that's down there who, I don't know who she is, if she's supposed to be an assassin or what, but it all seems to be coming from this town called Nissis. And here's the big fight scene, and that's it, over one slice. Okay, then we get these pictures of, I'm not sure what's going on in this thing. There's a lot of this lash sticks saying some kind of word, and that has to do with the 5 steps of lamenting. And there you go. And then he just is removing Guillotine from this nest, and they're saying she's not ready, you're not ready, but I guess that's what's going to occur in the next issue. So let's take a look at the art from the last arc. And I think you're going to see a stark difference. The clarity, even in dark panels, things are just really popping out. And it's easier to make sense of the action and what's going on within. So let's put these side by side, and you can get a good look. Let's get something. There you go. So it's like this versus this. I mean, it's pretty easy to see. One is a lot more clear. And the way the Witcher's drawn is also a lot more distinct and a lot more interesting. He looks more handsome as well, rather than just some haggled type dude. So, it's not a recommend. The story is not immersive. The artwork, I believe, is a little disappointing. Whoops. So I cannot give it the Indie Comics Jones seal of approval on this one, the Good Excavating seal approval. But thank you for stopping by and listening to this review. I'm going to step off this arc. As always, please like, please subscribe, please leave comments. But don't worry, I have more comics to review. Hopefully I'll be a little more enthusiastic. Let's take a quick look at what else Dark Horse is working on, though, real quickly on this issue. Okay, we have Black Hammer Reborn. Patton Oswalt seems to like it. It's a Jeff Lemire title. And then over here, Twin Peaks meets Lady Bird in Dead Dog's Bite. And I don't know if that's it says all new crime series. So I guess that's a #1 coming out soon. Something to look forward to. Hopefully. House of the Lost Horizons, a Sarah Jewell mystery. Mike Mignolia's working on this one. I'm also reviewing Mike Mignolia's Lady Baltimore, the Witch Queen. Norse mythology, Neil Gaiman's hit. Second arc of the acclaimed series. There you go. And there's the cover for issue #3 of The Witcher. It's obviously a different artist than who's drawing here. We've got Parasomnomia by Colin Bunn. And over here, Kung Fu Madness, Orphans and the Five Beasts by James Stocco. And that is a really detailed drawing in there. And Sci-Fi Wire gives that a good review. And finally, Lock, Load, and Take Flight, Rangers of the Divide, the debut comic series written and illustrated by comic artist Megan Huang. So there you go. Thank you very much for stopping by the Temple of Tomes. As always, this is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.